All right, what is up? What's up, David? David's back. Yeah, we'll see who comes back. Uh, Nothing has changed in the last hour since we went off. We got 3 people in here so far. Yeah, it may not be very much. It may not be a long stream at all because there's just nothing to talk about. And we went through pretty much everything on the last stream, I believe, unless new people show up. Bitcoin's not moving. I don't think there's anything really moving. Yeah, we got to find something else to talk about. What's up, Flip Coins, my man? No, I was just trying to get in some more stream time before the day is up. Today's the last day for the month, so got to get all the revenue I can, the views, before time expires for next month's check. So what do we want to look at? You need Jasmine and XCN to come through. What's up, O House? Welcome back. Yeah, I mean, we're knocking on the doorstep with some of these coins. Even Jasmine. Jasmine to the moon. Jasmine's going to get back alive at some point, but it's still just stuck. But we're seeing this same structure on the home market, so I don't know. I mean, we just need to push through. But yeah, Jasmine is at heavy resistance here. Let's get our original chart back for Jasmine. Yeah, until this box is broken and pretty much over the 382 at 18.6, this is the heavy resistance area we're hitting. But I think we said this earlier. I mean, if we're going to be bearish again, then maybe we're just setting up for, maybe it's just a slow move. Yeah, maybe Jasmine's going to retrace back down to the 618 at 11 one last time. And then that would be that, and then we could finally break through and go up. So we'll see what happens. So these are weekly candles, you know, that if that's going to be bearish for the next couple of months, we'll see what happens. But man, I can't imagine being bearish anymore. If just one coin, if Jasmine or something would start to break out here, maybe all the other coins would follow behind. But as long as you're over 138, you're bullish. Yeah, XCN's been boring lately. It's doing nothing. You're 25 years of working and 500 hours a year. Yeah, I hope you make it. You'll make it. Someone finally help us and get us out of here. We got flip coins for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's going to help next month's check by $5 or whatever 30% of 5 is that they take out. The good news is that we're at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Yeah, I mean, even Jasmine here, even if it pulls back a little bit, it still hit our green macro bottom support box, which a whole bunch, pretty much everything we look at here did the same thing. And I know people want to be bearish on Bitcoin saying we're about to drop. Bitcoin's holding up very well here. I mean, even Bitcoin broke this downtrend here and had this move up. I guess if we're going to be bearish, we're going to pull back to the 382, back test the trend, hit 86K, and then it's game on. At least the beginning of it. Virtuals is moving. Virtuals is moving, he says. Yeah, she moved up since the stream earlier. She's pushing through the 236 and a .5 right now. So she may be gunning, this one may be gunning for the 618 at 2, and then it's going to get stuck. So if that is the case, you still may have another 33% move up before it gets stuck. Yeah, I know we need ETH to move. Yeah, what do you think, Flipcoin's, about Bitcoin decoupling? You think that'll ever happen? Yeah, Ethereum came down here and just tagged it multiple times and held. That looks like the bottom for Ethereum. I mean, the bottom is in for Ethereum. She's starting to move up. It's just a slow process. Yeah, Ethereum's doing the same thing that Bitcoin's doing. Broke the downtrend, it pumped, and it's just getting stuck. Holding right over the 236 at 173 or 173, not 173. Yep, everything's getting stuck at the dang 618. So this much smaller 618 that's what she's trying to get through. Pretty much need to get back over 18K. What's up, Chaw? Yeah, we're back, at least for a little bit. If no one shows up, it'll be a short stream. Just trying to get all the views I can before the month is up. Starting off a fresh new month tomorrow. Hopefully it's better than this last one. Hell, hopefully it's better than the last 3 or 4 months. Is Drift still moving? But yeah, Ethereum looks like it's just copying Bitcoin now. I don't even know where you could buy Drift at, but it was the winner on the day. The coin that pumped the most, I think. No, there was that one coin we looked at, but I don't remember what it was. Let's see. Yeah, what is going on this drift chart? Yeah, drift is still making higher lows, so it looks like a higher high is in play now. Maybe. It's a large move. Yeah, it'd be a 5x almost for drift to hit $3. But I don't think anyone here buys drift. Vader wants to make you happy. I wish my coin would move. Hey Oz, where's Vader? What did I type? Why is this not popping up? Oh yeah. It's over for Vader. She's smacking it into the 618 with a wick over. You're over the 236 from the low to the high, so you're bullish over 28. But you hit that 618 on the macro here, so that could be it. It's about to retrace back down all the way to our green support box. So just be prepared. Unless you push back through, I mean, you're just right above it, but it looks like it's going to top. Wow, that's a pretty big drop too. 50+% drop is incoming. Nope. Why you say nope? But yeah, I don't know when you got in on Vader. Hopefully down at the bottom, and hopefully you made profit on it. But if for some reason it continues to run here, new high would be an 8x to 30. What's up, C? Take a look at NKN. NKN. Yeah, isn't NKN the same thing as ACH, a payment thing? Yeah, the whole market's doing the same crap. It doesn't look horrible, but there's no follow through here. NKN came down and hit the bottom again, or hit the, I think it hit a new bottom. Oh man, look at that monthly wick. Oh yeah, that's the bottom. That was the bottom for NKN. I think we've said that. It came back down to the final area, got a giant green wick. So if you bought down here, that's not a bad spot at all. It just simply on the macro needs to go back over 4.5 and then 9. And then once you're back over 9 pennies, it looks like very bullish over 15.5 once it gets back through this area. And then confirmation over 26. But very short term, it bounced and it got stuck. But you're sitting right on the 382, so 3.7 is your support right now to stay bullish. If not, this could very well be setting up for, of course, down here a double bottom with a higher low. So you could get a 618 or a 786 retracement if it does not get over that 236 and it drops 37. Yeah. Pretty decent drops on these things if we're going to be bearish. 37 to a 50% drop, and then it'll be bullish for that setup. What is that, 3-day chart? Yeah, it's got the same the same chart as Beam, but Beam already came down and hit. So NKN could do the same thing, but it looks very good off of that wick. But the same pattern here is what we're seeing formed at these bottoms. Alright, NKN, just going back to the monthly chart. Just to get up and hit a 786 retracement, if it's possible, that would be a 13.5. That would be a what? That'd be a 13x to 57 cents. Yeah, if I had NKN 618, I'm getting out, getting my 6x, a little over 6x and getting out at 26 to 30 cents, because I don't think NKN is going to shoot to a new high and hit $5. That's a 115x almost. I would say 30 to 60 cents. What's up, Isaac? Yeah, shipping is being accumulated. Shipping is going to be a monster play. People are going to be asking, what is shipping? We always call it shipping, but it's shping. Shping to the moon. I just can't believe we've been calling every update. No one's ever said anything. And then I finally went on their website. What am I spelling? And it's all about shopping. And it's called Sping. And I've been saying shipping this whole time. Sping to the moon. Let's go. Yeah, but this thing has been getting accumulated for a very long time. Holding up nicely, going sideways on Coinbase now. So shipping's gonna 40x, 45x out of nowhere. And then people are gonna be asking, what is this shipping coin? Why is it going up? Yeah, ZBCN's another good one. ZBCN for the win at some point. But she's still not doing anything, even though it pumped again. It got stuck right at the 382. With a wick above. You're above this 382, so you're bullish this way. But high to the low, you're getting stuck at the 382 to be bullish to push up to the 618 and possibly a higher high. It's not a bad move though. But you got to get over this 382 first at 126. Then maybe this thing's going to make a run for a new high again and finally get this market structure it needs. But it's been going sideways. Good play. I think ZBC in here is going to go over a penny. Wait, that was the wrong one. Yeah, where's our targets at? I would say good spots on ZBCN would be 2.5, 3, and 4. Good spots to take profit. 20x to 2.5. 3 pennies would be a 25x, and then 4.5 pennies, maybe 5 cents, would be a 35 to 40x. What's up, Bryant? How you doing? We're just here, going over the same coins again. Waiting on our number to be punched. Any hope on GFI? And she's got to get over our smaller red box here. If it can get over this box, pretty much over 94, then you can have some hope on it. But you're down below, you broke the previous trend, and you came all the way down, final support 786 wicks below it, so that had to be the bottom. It just needs to get over this resistance and then over the double three at about 195, and then you could be bullish on it. Yeah, let's say once GFI gets over 195, then you got something going. It's not in a horrible spot, even though it's getting stuck. If it can get through this area and move up to the 0.5 at about 135, then you have hope. It'll go up at some point, but I don't know how high it's going to go from where it is now getting stuck. Maybe you only get a $14 to $15 16x move from today up to the 786 retracement. And maybe it goes higher, I don't know. I just can't sit here and keep saying that every coin's going to do 20 to 40, 50 X's. Because I don't want you guys holding that long. $25 maybe for a lower high. 27, 28x. What's up, Ross? Welcome back. What's up, Ari? Welcome. The Ukraine agreement might help. Yeah, I saw that. But we need something to help, I guess. Yeah, ACH is doing nothing. It looks like it wants to spike up, but you know, if it doesn't, it doesn't, because we've drawn those patterns before and it barely spikes up and then it dies. So I wouldn't be too concerned about the price right now. You're over the 382, you held the trend on the macro monthly chart. If we zoom in on ACH and just keep it simple, Strong V-shaped recovery move up. It's consolidating at the moment, so as long as you consolidate over the 382, it looks to be a bullish continuation pattern. So maybe we're about to get a spike up to the 0.5 is what I said, but you're getting stuck right below this 382. So as long as you're over 259, 274 is the price to beat. If you break over that 3.2, then it should send you up to the 618 area, 3.6 up to 3.8. So if it breaks to the upside, there's a good chance that ACH is just headed for that 0.5 next resistance on the macro level. If it holds that 3.82, of course. But not bad, a 40% move. But overall, we're just waiting on ACH to keep coiled up here. If ACH can stay coiled up in here and wait for me, I would definitely throw a good sum of money at it if I ever get there. I would just throw it in there and trust that I'm going to get a 20x. I would be excited then, knowing that this thing is still chopping around in here. What's up, crypto adoption? Can we give a take on Flare, and where do you see the top for the bull? What's up, Joseph? Yeah, you typed that twice. Oh no, we got a bot in the chat. Flare. Yeah, Flare and Songbird will probably run at the same time. Yeah, I mean, it's not horrible looking. It's going sideways. Hit the final support twice now. Did make a lower low, lower highs. It appears, no, I don't know. I would say it's breaking the downtrend here. Okay, yeah, you broke the downtrend. So you're above the 618 again, above the 236 sitting on it. So technically, bottom off the 786, the bottom is in over the 236. So the double 382, the red box we drew last time, if you can get over that, you're bullish. And then clearly when you break this high here, then you'll know this thing's bullish, and then the confirmation would be over 5 pennies. But it looks like the bottom should be in on this one too. I mean, we're at that point to where we have to start going up, because nothing looks like a bull market right now. Or the year of the bull run, or whatever you want to call it. Because we're usually bullish after the halving. And this does not feel bullish. Flare to the moon, and 1272 retracement on Flare would take you up to 33. And 18x. That may be conservative, I don't know. If you want a conservative price, a 4.5x up to 8, maybe 10 cents would be a 5x. Yeah, if I ever bought Flare, I'd get out at 10 cents. Oh no, I didn't, I forgot. Let me type that, let me write that down. Running Up the Hill song. If my computer was not so slow. Damn, it's already 7 o'clock. Alright, what we got, Ross? We got Gilmore / Kate Bush running up the hill. Sounds like it's going to be a horrible song. Oh, I'll dig it. Okay, we'll see. I can't play it on stream though. I'll probably copyright. Can we look at what? Vara? 25 minutes in already, only 14 people here. Yeah, you guys make sure you hit the like button and answer the poll. Like I said, this is the last stream of the month, so I gotta get all the good numbers I can in. Vara. Oh, what the hell is Vara doing down here? There's nothing bullish on Vara. And like I said last time we looked at it, it's not a bad coin to probably be accumulating for the future. It's a layer 1. Never know what's going to happen with layer 1s, if they're going to take off, if it's going to die. But you're down, stuck below the 236. I don't know, wait, hold on. Why is that even there? Oh, I don't know why we pulled that down. Alright, so you're not even at the 236. You're at the bottom. You got to get over macro 1 penny, then 2 pennies to have any kind of life on Vara. And then short term on Vara, if that is a bottom being put in, which, you know, if it is a bottom, it may just spike out of here. Do what maybe it did. Maybe it was going to 0 and it just busted out of here. And then everyone, oh, you were wrong. Yeah, you're down below the 236 of short term over 0077 and then 1 penny. And then you can say the bottom is in. Macro confirmation over 1.2, just over a penny. But as for Vara, you know, if this is a bottom, I don't know where VAR is going to run to, but a 618 retracement would be your 10x up to 6.5 and then 13, a 20x. I mean, she's trying to curl up here looking on the daily chart. Starting to make higher highs and curl up, but the whole market's doing the same thing. So if the market comes back down, then VAR is going to absolutely die. You're holding over the 618 at the moment. What's up, Mogman? Can we do ZBCN? Yeah, there's nothing to say on ZBCN. It's still going sideways. It's stuck at the 382. It had a decent little run, but ultimately the whole chart is going sideways. Just focus on the 3-day. Come on. It's not a bad chart, we know this. If I could get in on ZBCN, I would. Not now, I'd wait for a pullback. But you clearly see 382 is coming into play. But you are holding the 382 from this high to the low, so short term you're at least bullish right now over this 382. So if you can hold over 1, you got to break over 1-2 here. And maybe if you get over that 382, we just said this, what, 10 minutes ago? Then maybe you'll take a shot at a higher high, the 786 here, and she'll do a 2x from where she is, which would be a bigger move from the bottom if I would have bought in instead of buying Beam. We got Joseph for 2. I appreciate that. It helps. I appreciate that a lot. Every little bit helps. XYO might take off this week. Alright, TARS AI. Yeah, we've been looking at TARS AI for a lot. I think, did we just look at it? But TARS AI will probably run when Ethereum, when Solana runs. And you would have to imagine, I know we're getting these V-shaped recoveries everywhere, which is, you know, when you go up that fast and it's not going to the moon, it's already coming back down. So, you know, you just may be setting up for a double bottom here at some point. But the big thing we went over earlier when we looked at it is where it got stuck at the 618 high to low. You're over the 382, so you're bullish over 7.5, but this area, you can see all these candles getting stuck, all that volume. That's where you're getting stuck again, right at the 0.5, right at the 618. So if you can get over 10.8 and then get over 15.5, this thing's going to be bullish to push up, I think. I don't think there's anything going to stop it from hitting probably 10x and out of here. but it is stuck right now. But yeah, 10x would be up to the 1272, but you have to get over the 618, and I think it's very bullish. And then as for just keeping it simple, low to the high, if it's going to try to push through, you're sitting right on the 236. So short-term low to the high, you're bullish over 9.5. Even down to the double 382 at 7.5. Any lower than that, then if you're going to get a large double bottom with a higher low pattern forming off of that structure there, if we do something like this and then we end up coming back down and then going up, so that could always be the case. So just keep that in mind if you can't get through here. But it is stuck at heavy resistance right now, and if it's going to retrace back down and break bullishness and come down to the 618, you could easily drop 50%. XYO might take off this week. Yeah, anything might take off this week. What's today? Wednesday? XYO. Let's see what she's doing. Yeah, just another coin that put in the macro bottom, hit the trend. You're over the 382 again. Yeah, she's got a little green monthly candle spawning in. It's red on the weekly, but just keep it simple. Off of putting in the higher low. We'll just go from the high to the low. See where we're getting stuck, right at the 382. Yeah, that may be it for now. It's going to pull back and do the same thing we just went over. Possibly put in a higher low down here, back down to the 382, 236 area, back down to a penny. If it can't get over 1.4. Which, looking here on the weekly, 3 days getting stuck. So if you can get over that level, good. But yeah, this thing could be down 23% in the next couple of days, or this week. If we get Bitcoin to get through that 618 and start moving, then these coins will just start ripping out of here a little bit. But like we just showed on that one and so many today, they're just all getting stuck. If they're not hitting the 382, they made it to the 618 and it's over. Talent Protocol, I think we looked at it earlier. I think that's the one that was running. I'm pretty sure that's what someone said earlier. Yeah, this is the one I was trying to think of earlier. I mean, it's been going to zero forever, but all those weekly candles held for a month. You're starting to move up. It looks like a bottom should be in. But the only thing we can really do is clearly once you get over the 3.2 area, you're bullish back over that level. But macro-wise, you got to get over 1.4 and then 2.2. But really, the only thing we can do right now is just go from low to that little baby wick high. Yeah, you're holding the 618. You wick down almost to the 786, so maybe that's it. Got to get back over 1.1 to be bullish. Man, that thing just died. Just imagine if you bought in up here thinking it was bullish and you just held. But it's trying. But there's really, if this thing takes off, there's really nothing in here besides the 382. If you get over the 382, it's just gonna blast out of here. It's just like XCN. It just died. There's nothing to really stop it. But there's no telling how long it's gonna go sideways down here. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but a 786 back up to the volume area would be an 8x up to pretty much 8 pennies. And then if you're bullish on this from the bottom, 36-cent 1272 retracement would be a 36x. What's up, Silver, my man? XRP Army in the house. Too bad we're not moving. What's that noise? Hold on, I gotta go see what that noise was again. Alright, I have no idea. That's if someone's squatting in the attic. Alright, what are we looking at? Can we look at Cookie? Yeah, it's just kind of funny. How many times can we look at the same coin every day, all day, for months on end and not be... I mean, this crypto thing is crazy. We're just all sitting here waiting for our coins to make us rich. Waiting for this magic internet money. Yeah, she's still stuck at the 382, but an overall good looking chart here. Cookie's going to be a good one. Cookie, Griffin. Excuse me. But yeah, low to the high, you're stuck at the 382. Other than that, I really don't know what we can say about it. It's got a bullish chart. It's stuck. High to the low. Or low to the high, rather, when I say. Alright, so we got a double 382 here to get through. So we'll just leave that up. 18 to 20 and a half cents, and then you're bullish. But high to the low, it's getting stuck. And then if we even go short term, I mean, it doesn't look bearish or anything right now. It looks bullish. It looks like it wants to continue. Low to the high. Yeah, as long as you're over 15, you're bullish still. But it looks like it wants to continue. Yeah, even on the daily chart, you got a little pennants forming, little baby pennant. If we can just get some coin to just go vertical, a couple of coins, and then maybe that'll get some eyes back on crypto, and then people will start buying into these coins. It looks like it's going to try. Same thing with ACH and stuff. These coins look like they're about to start moving up. And then watch tomorrow, they'll all be down in the gutter again. But they're looking all right. I need to knock it out and go up. Oh yeah, I know it's coming. I was surprised that last time in 2021, and I was new. I didn't have enough Shiba or Cardano at all because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It was all new to me. Did not buy enough at all, but I made a decent little couple $1,000, but that was it. But yeah, they just ripped out of here. And then I saw everybody's coins going to the moon. I have a friend of mine. He's not my friend anymore, I guess, because he disappeared. But he threw some money in Saitama last time, and that thing went to the moon, and he got over $1 million. And I could not believe that. So knowing someone in my real personal life that bought crypto last time and is a millionaire now. I don't know if he still is, but I haven't heard from him. What? It's crazy. Jasmine jumps volume today. Yeah, there were some people talking about Jasmine today. It's ultimately not moving, but Jasmine's going to be a big player. People underestimate Jasmine to $1. I still think it's going to go to $1. But it's doing the exact same as the rest of the market. A bunch of nothing. We say that, but we're making higher highs and higher lows. We're just curling up here. But yeah, Jasmine's going to be a big one. It's just stuck at heavy resistance right now. And I think it's going to be extremely bullish if it breaks that resistance. Excuse me. If it breaks over our red box here, you're in good shape. Pretty much over 18.6. Lake Havasu, Arizona is packed with crypto millionaires. Is it really? Damn, why aren't we millionaires yet? Oh yeah, we know the market is boring. What's up to Mitt? Welcome in. I don't know if you've ever commented on here before or been here before, but I welcome you. But yeah, the market is boring. We're sitting here every day streaming for 2 or 3 hours a day now. We're covering the same handful of coins every day. It's like, get me out of here. Someone help. I'm sitting here and wishing my little bean coin would go up. Wishing you guys' coins would go up so people would come back into the market. You got some Jasmine, but you got to keep filling up your bag. Yeah, if I was financially stable, and I was accumulating Jasmine for a long time. It seemed like forever, and it never went up. It just went down and sideways. I was back in here, just loading up on Jasmine. I don't know when I sold it, but I sold it at one point. And then, of course, it probably went up right after that. Yeah, Jasmine's going to be a good one. Pray for May. Yeah, what we look at here on this channel is we're looking at all the bottoms being put in. It looks like we're about to go up. Even Jasmine here came down to the macro bottom. It already bounced, but it's got to be more than that. Because there's so many things still on the bottom that need to go up. I think Bitcoin's about to head for 100K again. That would be a bull market year if we had Bitcoin. I mean, if we're looking at 200K, 180K, 140K, whatever it's going to be on Bitcoin. We're stuck at that 618, but as soon as we break over this 103, this is what I want to see happen right now. Just the first leg up in the market. Bitcoin to rocket out of here to the 1414 at 127, and then we pull back and we go sideways for a while, and then November is the blow off top. November, December. So maybe 173 is it, and then it's over. That would be the ideal way to go. We get that first leg up in the market, we get bullish for a while, then we cool off again, and we're holding over 100K, and then we just blast out of here one last time, and that's when most of the old coins will go to the moon. That's when Dogecoin will finally rip. Yeah, Ross is a little bit new. He hasn't been here forever. Yeah, people come and go all the time. Ari's new. Silver's been here forever. O House has been here for a while, I think. Bryant's been here for a while. And of course the regular Slava. Been here forever. Flipcoins has been here for a good long time. Chaw's been here. David as well. Yeah, whatever happened to David from Singapore? He should be awake. David from Singapore. But yeah, it's been so boring lately and just doing nothing. People just don't care anymore. Oh man, we got XCN Bro in the house. Is XCN pumping? What's happening? XCN Bro is back. Where you been, my man? Does that mean XCN's about to pump? We're about to go up? Yeah, it would be nice to just have one full month of just bullish green candles every day. Oh, now I gotta check XCN because he scared me. He only comes in when XCN's bullish. Oh, come on. Maybe you're here because XCN is bullish. She just hit the bottom. It's time to go up. Little green candle just spawned in on the daily. Oh, yeah, we got a new green daily candle spawning in on support. Next stop is 5.5 pennies. We can put in that high to the low. You can't really see it on the daily, I guess. Yeah, I guess you can. Double bottom with a higher low all the way up here, and it's time to shoot out of here. That would be nice. At least get all the XCN people back. Yeah, let me move this out of the way. What is going on the... I haven't looked at the weekly chart in a while. Oh no. Yeah, this chart's been messy for too long. Damn, I didn't even realize that recently. We've been just going completely sideways off of that move with a little, oh man. All right, XCM may be more bullish than we think. I'm gonna draw this, so hopefully that doesn't kill it. Kerr's not here, so I can draw it. Holding the 786, smaller time frames. We got the double bottom with the higher low. Looking on the weekly here that we haven't paid attention to really in a while. Strong move up and a pennant forming, a triangle forming. All right, there you go. There's your XCN Hopium. She's about to take off. Oh man, I don't care as long as something takes off. XTN looks bullish on the macro and kind of bullish on the smaller time frames. Once it breaks over the 618, the red box there, she's about the 3.5x almost to 5.5. Maybe this is where we finally get that wick above the 786 and we hit this volume area. That would be a huge step in the right direction. She's about the 6x up to 10 cents, and then she's going to pull back again, and then if that's the case, then you're going to get $1 out of this thing. Bought a nice bag of cookie. Yeah, cookie's getting stuck though. You came into crypto at a good time because we're so close to the giant green candle spawning in this year. Before the year is up, in my opinion. I think October, November, if you're buying in now, especially, you know, us here on the channel, we don't put all the fluff and everything. We just look at what's going on, mainly on the macro charts. And on the macro charts, you know, there's bottoms all over the place. There's bullish setups all over the place. So you guys that have been loading up on all the red candles, as everyone has been screaming, bear market, we're going down. When we finally go and they flip the switch, your bags are going to take off. Just don't be afraid to take profit and sell. What's up, Crypto Meolysis? How you doing, my man? I don't know why, but I'm turning more bullish, even though I don't have any money in the market. I just need the channel to come back to life this next month. What's up, Boo Bear? Welcome back. DIA and SD, my man. Yeah, DIA has a very bullish chart. I don't know about SD though. Yeah, I mean, if XCN falls lower than it is now, if it loses that 786, then it's just good game. It's not going up for a long time. But it looks, I mean, on the weekly and on the smaller time frames, I'm gonna have to put that on the update tomorrow. XCN to the moon. Everyone pile in, buy in now. She's about to go. So 179, exactly where you are. If we wake up tomorrow and it's below that, then I mean, we could always get a wick below it like it did already, but you really want to hold. So don't sell. No one sell. You got a very good setup, a very bullish setup on XCN right now. Can we look at guns? Everyone hold. Yeah, but you guys, I think with us being here and when we're running, hopefully I'm with you guys, but when we're running up to these targets and we're hitting 786s and 618s and you got a 10, 15, 20x in your hand, I'm not gonna tell you what to do, but we're gonna point out, hey, this is a good spot to get out, or at least take most of your profit. So you guys are prepared. I should be prepared too, but life sucks. Yeah, DIA looks bullish here. It's pumping up monthly candles. It held a higher low. It's moving at the moment a little bit. It looks like she's getting stuck though. High to the low. All right, you got it all the way up to the 0.5. So stuck at resistance right now. Clearly 6. If you look back in the past, there's support and resistance here. So if you can get over 6 and then 7, 382 at 7.4, then you have something here. But it clearly has the macro bottom in again, and it's starting to move up. So if she's going for a higher high right now, then, which could be the case, slow run up, 170%, move to 160, put it a higher high, and then we'll just see what happens from there. It may not happen overnight because these are monthly candles. It may take 2 or 3 months. Hopefully not, but. And then one last little pullback, and then we're in September, October, and then we go to the moon. And And as for DIA, so you're bullish on DIA, so 15 bucks would give you a 24x from today. If it goes higher than that, $23 would be a 40x almost. SD. Stater. I don't think we ever looked at Stater on the monthly, did we? Stater doesn't look bad on the monthly. Alright, bottom is in, 236 held. Large wick to the bottom. You're stuck just below it, but I would imagine it should hold back above it. I mean, it doesn't look horrible off of that wick. Just macro chart wise. Yeah, you came all the way down to the 786. Twice now, pretty much. But you're going completely sideways if we zoom the monthly out and look at the macro picture of things. So SD, if it could stay or at or over 5.6, 5.7, 96 would be bullish, 97. And clearly, once this thing gets a monthly candle close over the 0.5 at 150, that's when she's probably going to take off. Because it closes below every time. So once a monthly candle is up over and it closes below or above, which you may just get it blast out of here. That's probably what's going to happen. It's not going to close till it's all the way up here. But SD, new high, 25 bucks will be a 45x. What time is it? Oh man, 7:40 already. Guns. Yeah, we'll look at Cookie again. Cookie's getting stuck right now, but possibly about to push through. Oh, yeah, this is that new coin. Yeah, I don't know what to say on this one. These new coins that look like this, I mean, you would think it's curling up here. Higher highs and higher lows. You're right at the 3.2. It's 6.4. It's curling up like it wants to just go up, like just blast up. Yeah, I was going to say something bearish on it, but usually when they're new like this and we can draw a triangle pattern, it's bearish. Sometimes it's bullish, but this one doesn't look bad. It looks like it's curling up. It's getting coiled up and ready to just pop out of here. But as long as you're over 5.4, if you get over 6.4, you're bullish. Breakout over 8.4. And then this coin, guns. Jeez. I guess for it to be worth anything, what is it at, 6 pennies? So if this thing could hit $1.50, that would be a 23x. $3 would be a 45x. But from 6 pennies, if this is something that people can buy and they're gonna buy, and it's got a community, then I could easily see it hitting $1, $1 plus, $1.50. Cookie real quick. Cookie. Yeah, we've looked at Cookie so much lately. So you guys are buying in, chasing green candles, huh? Yeah, she still looks bullish, but you're right at the 382. That's what I was going to tell you. High to the low, 382's in play. You got a double 382 here. So if it can get over 18 to 20 and a half, then this thing's bullish. But right now it is at that first resistance level. So it just remains to be seen if you're going to push through. But if we zoom down to the daily, smaller time frames, it looks to be bullish here. It looks like a little pennant is starting to form. Little continuation pattern. So maybe if you want to say gas it up or whatever, it's gearing up to go again. So I mean, it's not a bad spot to buy in. I would never buy at resistance, but you never know. But yeah, we're an hour in. We're probably going to end it here. So yeah, that's why I like your live, not just because I hold XM, because you call out the negative, and I like that. I appreciate that, Brock. We just keep it real. That's all I do. I'm just a regular person, and I keep it real. Do the best we can. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. My mom is calling me for some reason. No, I didn't get a job yet. I'm still looking, still hunting, still holding out hope. Oh, you haven't bought it? It's on your watch list? Alright. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming back in for a second stream on the day. We will be here tomorrow again, so watch out for the notification. But I do appreciate you guys coming in. I appreciate this little bit of super chats that come in all the time. And of course the cash apps. And we'll leave it at that for now. We'll see what tomorrow, May 1st, brings for us all. But with that being said, none of this is financial advice. Thanks for watching, everyone. And I'll see you guys later. Peace out.